It's it. It's the last one.
We must. Well, you know, Martell has not been on here a lot, so we can probably do it.
All right. So I think we're live. Hello, everyone. We are live. We're gonna do a quick Love and Marriage Huntsville season 6, episode 1 through 2 or 3, or how many they have had. We're gonna go pretty quickly.
3.
How would y'all rate the season so far? So we won't just do the episode, just season.
It's been okay. I mean, I'd give it a 7, maybe.
Okay. What about you, Joy? Let me find my notes. Okay, I'm ready.
It's not. It's not. It's barely keeping my interest.
It's like this. I'll give it like a 6, 7. I mean, I still watch it, so I'm not like Jersey where I'm like, I'm tired of them. So everything we say is allegedly our opinion, entertainment purposes only. We're gonna do this kind of quickly. So, only thing I want to say is I've been looking at past posts of like Mel and Martell together.
Yeah, I've seen those.
They were a force to be freaking reckoned with. Kimmy, when she said that, it made me go back and look.
In the eye of the public.
They were. Yes.
In the eye of the public. But behind the scene, it sounded like they were not matching that picture.
But it was just Kevin, I don't know when we're gonna review Jersey because we kind of over them, but we may do the reunion. Kevin's asking about Jersey. We might do the reunion if it's any good, but we're just tired of the same family arguing storyline. What do y'all think about Kiki being on the show this season?
I like Kiki. I don't think that this season is going to make her look the best.
Right.
You know, I just think that
I gotta share this.
Knowing what she has been through and knowing how we all know it, I'm not even really sure why she came on the show.
Do you think that she can turn this around? Like, I've been through this. I've gone through it. I've had my struggles and I'm trying to overcome it.
Well,
I think that kind of story.
I think she should be able to do that. But, you know, I guess it depends on Jordan. I was talking about this a little bit before you joined.
Okay.
I guess it depends on the time frame, because when Tisha and Marcel was telling Melody and Martell about the drug hit the past, I believe that it was already old news at that point. She was no longer in that way. It's a daily fight, but she wasn't actively taking anything at the time, right? So, so she was supposedly over it. Yet, look, we're still arguing about it because it wasn't enough for them to stop, and they still felt the need to spread it. So yeah, she should be able to move on, but people are not letting her move on. It doesn't sound like, and those people, unfortunately, are her family members.
You're on mute, Joy, because I see your lips.
And I argued that we can't, because we really didn't have a time frame. Mm-hmm. But now we know that somebody was a baby.
She was pregnant or just had a baby. Yeah.
Children was an infant. Yeah. And if you listen to Tisha, and she was saying that she had to let her go as a cousin because mentally it was draining her. Mm-hmm. Remember, it was a lot of stress on her family.
Yeah,
that's you were coming by the house every day. Mm-hmm. So something was going on. This wasn't a situation where you find out your cousin was using drugs and they're functioning. Something was off with her.
Something was still off. Yeah. Something was off. But
so wait a minute. Okay. So we think we might have a time frame because I'm assuming her youngest is at least 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was likely that long ago. Mm-hmm. But I do remember, and this is where Callie and I said, wasn't she in rehab twice? Because it seemed like, I thought so. I thought I wasn't only.
She said on the reunion.
She was in rehab twice. So we don't know what was in between. Mm-hmm. Initially, when I heard when we find out with the rumor, him telling Melanie didn't make sense to me. It just didn't. You know what I mean? Unless that person is going to be, I just didn't understand it. But
that didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense. But if you're saying that you're really in a home and maybe they were geeking or maybe they were stealing, or if it had gotten like that, like some people don't allow it to get that far.
Right.
Some people get it way too far. But the way that it sounds like to me that, and I don't know the details, it seems like it may have gotten too far. So them telling her if she was going to be in their home, because they act as if this wasn't just friends.
Yeah.
It seems like, was she staying with them?
That's
Was
what
she,
it seems like.
And that has never been clarified either.
right.
Hard to
That's
say.
what has to be clarified.
Yeah.
Because if it was a situation where she was staying with them, they had every right to tell her that. They should have.
Yeah, I don't think it was though, because I think
But I don't. We
as
don't
much
know.
as they have told us, I think that would have come out that she was staying with them. That's
I
what
think that
She
they
didn't
did-
say that she was staying. It seems like, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what I think. I could be completely off.
Mm-hmm.
Tisha, to my understanding, at some point, Kiki was supposed to be on this show very early.
That's what I was about to say. Go ahead.
And it seems like it's possible that Kiki was either going to be staying with her so she could be on the show or something. There was something that was connected to this show. And I only say that because Kiki, one of Kiki's hashtags I will never forget was, we were supposed to do this together.
Together, yeah.
Y'all remember that?
I do remember
So
that.
there was something in regards to this show. Kiki just wasn't well enough.
So this is my devil's advocate of it. I feel like Kiki was, by the time this show was coming on, she was well enough. But Tish did not want to be on the show with her cousin.
Okay.
So she put this out here that, you know, she used to do drugs. Because this show was supposed to kind of be more empowerment than My Husband Cheating on Me type of show.
Right.
Who wants this ex-drug addict, allegedly, to be a representative of Huntsville?
Okay.
And so she wasn't able to get on the show.
And it was her own cousin.
And that's how I feel about it. Now I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. Like Kiki was.
I think it's, and it could be that
Mhm.
that's the more sinister side, or it just could have been this girl just got clean.
It could be a mixture of both.
Or a mixture of both. This girl
Yeah.
just got out of rehab for the
Mhm.
second time. I don't want my whole all my family dirt in the street, because this girl is my cousin. It could have been that end. I don't really know. I'm a half glass full type girl.
Yeah.
So, but it's possible that it could be a combination of what we're both talking about.
Yeah, because the half empty, half full, you're both right, just how you see it.
Yeah, right.
But I do like that she's on the show only if they're going to take it to the side of I've overcame this. If they're going to take it to dragging her in the mud, and
she doesn't seem to want to take accountability, though. That's the part that kind of shocked me.
What do you mean, though? Because
nobody on this show does
she
that.
Actually had the audacity, and you know, I'm going to create a word where you put the N word and audacity together. That's what she had when they were at that. When they were getting massages, and Kimmy said, if all of us said that you was talking about her cousin and they thought it was inappropriate, and we all felt that way, is everybody wrong but you?
What she say?
And she
And
said, yes.
she had to put that word together.
She did.
To actually say,
because if you think about it,
with a clear face,
y'all wrong.
with a clear.
That's what she believes, Joy. That's what she.
But what all was said when you say she was saying too much? What did she say? Other than I'm trying to think. Well, of course, me and Tisha have had conversations before.
Sit down.
No! Remember they showed the clips.
That's what I'm asking. What else
at the reunion where she then took it outside and they were talking, and everybody was kind of looking at her. This is the reality. Kiki seems like the type of person that is willing to, you know, she still feels so wronged by Tisha. She's going to justify everything negative that she does to her because she told what she feels like her business.
Well, she
and
said she's trying to get rid of that.
But she did tell her business, Joy.
I didn't argue. I'm just laying out the fact.
I got you. Yeah.
I'm just laying out the fact. But she feels, that's how she feels. You can't have relationships with those people because you'll never be forgiven. You can never move on because it's always going to come back to this argument. No matter what the situation is, you're going to constantly come back to, you can't ever start at one. You can't ever go back. Those are the
Tisha's
people
not going to let that happen. Tisha's not going to let her go back.
Neither one of them. They're both very stubborn people, and they're both going to create this wall.
And that's why I wish she
mess
hadn't
up
come
my
on
marriage. And
Yeah,
you
I don't
told
wanna see
everybody I was a drug addict, and they both are going to argue about this constantly.
But
Okay,
why would you be willing to, both of them, there's a difference, in my opinion, by telling one person something and it actually getting on national television. So because I told a couple your business, you're now willing to throw me under the bus on national TV, my husband and I, and insinuate that my husband cheated on me?
Well, I think because, like I said, Kiki feels like she took her opportunity away from her by saying this. And so all gloves are off at this point. Like, you took away.
But I think there's a difference from telling Mel and going on national television.
But telling Mel stopped her from being on national TV.
I mean, if it was the truth, it was the truth.
Then why is she on there now? Because nobody's going to let this go past her. She's not going to be able to move beyond that.
But I think that there is a difference between 5 years ago. When did this show come on? In 2018? It had to be either 18. It was 18 or 19.
I watched it late, so I don't know.
It came on in January. It was like January, February. It was either 2018 or 19. I know it was before. It was way before COVID.
And the conversation that they had at the beginning of the show, and Tisha said, well, I don't know if I want to let you back in because
it might have been
my heart broke again when she said that. And I respect that honesty. And that's another reason why I think that she should not have come on the show. Tisha is not over this.
But I feel like Tish don't see her part in it, though. Do you feel like Tish doesn't see her part in hurting Kiki?
Well, absolutely. Either? She doesn't see her part. She's not over it all. She will. I don't think she's going to let this go. And I think for her own.
But Tisha didn't bring this up. Kiki did.
Yeah, but it was brought up by the cousin, the real estate cousin that came to Tisha and said, what do we need to do? Let's get y'all together and sit down and talk about it so we can move on.
I'm talking about the fact that Kiki is bringing it up within the group.
But I think
like they resolved it. The cousin got the cousins together. They had a conversation. They said that they were going to move forward, and they all get together in a group. And Kiki's bringing it up.
I thought that Kimmy them talked about it.
Oh, when did she bring it up? Do you mean on this episode?
Huh?
When you said when did she bring it? Kiki didn't bring it up.
Yes, they were talking about. They were talking about. Kimmy definitely didn't. She brought it up to Kimmy when she said that she didn't like the way that Kimmy.
No, Tiffany brought it up actually because she said, "I don't like the fact that you're going against the cousin."
They weren't in the room yet. Tiffany and Stormy wasn't in the room. They came in the room because they heard their name. They heard Stormy's name.
But are you talking about the drugs?
Not the drugs. The whole scene of talking about Tisha's.
Oh, Kimmy said, why is Stormy exempt from? I can understand that because Stormy said a lot of stuff too. Right. And nobody is caring because Stormy was like, I think Maurice, she even said Maurice is a cheater. And that's why. I mean, like Stormy said some stuff in there.
Did. And Kimmy had to say, well, I didn't know her.
I think that Tisha didn't care at that time because Tisha said, because that's what they were talking about, is Kimmy was saying, because when they asked that question, Tisha's answer was, I had never even met Stormy. I didn't even have a face to a name. So I didn't even care. She had never even met Stormy. When she was coming to tell her what happened, she said at that time, she don't even remember what she said because she had never even met her. So she didn't even have a face to a name.
But she eventually knew that Stormy said that before they was doing all these TikToks and stuff in front of the Destiny's Madani store, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. For me,
all of that stuff came later.
But still, she said it though. But they're acting like nothing happened.
I don't think the stuff that Stormy said, I don't think was aired. But those things were in flashbacks.
She said it.
She said it at the Christmas party.
I know she did, but I don't know if it was aired. I don't remember that it was aired.
That's how I know about it. It was
on. I know about it because of the flashback. If she said it, I didn't remember it. I think it was in a flashback. I don't think they aired that.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like I can't recall. So let's go into the fact, because I kind of skipped over a few things. Because a lot of people are.
What's wrong with Tiffany? Tiffany just do not know how to read a room, does she?
Tiffany, honey, I don't know. Tiffany messy, but I want to go to this with Martell trying to walk Mel to the car because we haven't had a show since then, and this has been everywhere.
Child.
What
desperate? I don't like that.
If you say no, should somebody still be persistent? Just take Martell and Mel out of it, and just as a people.
Well, if we
didn't walk him to the car, he was like, she said, no, you don't have to walk me to the car. It's across the street. I'm fine. He said, well, let me just walk you to the door. I just want to make sure that you get in the car.
He said no at least 4 times. And then he went to Tiffany and Lewis and was like, can you believe she's not going to let me walk to the car? Just like, why don't you just let somebody say no and it be okay?
But before he said that, he said, come on, y'all, me and Mel about to go. He
wanted like it wasn't
a joking moment as if the couple was
It was a lot.
He's got issues. He's got issues. He's got issues. I didn't like it. Leave her alone. I mean, she said, and then he said, stop. What did he say? Stop being so difficult. And she said, I'm not. So Melody can't really do anything that he wants to do. And the minute she says no, then everybody's like, she's being so mean. She needs to get back with him. She. And it's like, respect the boundaries. If they can't respect one another's boundaries, they're never going to be able to co-parent well.
They're not. And then another thing is they're going through a custody battle during this time.
And he's not even showing up for court. No, you cannot walk into my car. No, leave me alone.
If Lewis, I feel like another thing with Lewis, I'm like, if you're so worried about her, why don't you say, well, man, if you're worried about her, let me walk her to the car. You know what I mean? But then I'm saying it, a whole damn camera crew is following this lady. So
he was trying to have a moment. I mean, it just sounds like even some of the stuff that we don't see on the show, but we hear about it after the fact. He is trying to do some things behind the scene to kind of woo her over. Did he really send her 30 bouquets of flowers last week?
That's what she say. I just if I was Sheree watching this, I wouldn't be happy.
And that's a whole nother topic. Now, I was watching Make It Make Sense. I need to go follow up on him. I sent you the Kenya conversation.
Oh, I didn't. I'm not trying it. I'll look at it. Okay.
I was watching. He said, and I'll have to go look and see if he made any updates. He really made it sound like that there was something else going on. Oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. What was we just saying? Oh my God.
About Martell. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, me either. I lost my train.
Come on, Callie. I need to know. I didn't watch the video.
I know, but so what were we saying when you
about the custody battle? He don't claim Sheree. That's all I said.
So it sounds like there was something else that he had that clearly will show that this is a business decision. So now Sheree is, we haven't really seen her with a man on the show. So, it might be easy for us to look and see that Sheree really just wants to be maybe in a relationship at all, but sound like this was intentional. And
so this
to me, if it's the, what do you call it? The online thing, the comment she made of OnlyFans. So the comment she made about OnlyFans, me, you, OnlyFans, it sounds like there was some business things going into this. And I think she might have, tried to do the whole business thing and then fell a little bit for him because he's so fine.
Oh, you think so? So it was just because it seems like she's more into him than he is to her, in my opinion.
Claiming, and there's no way in the world she can think that he's into her the way he is in some form of always doing something regarding Melody. Trying to walk her to her car.
He said he misses his family.
Sitting there talking about Kimmy about how much I miss my family. And it's like, and then people are coming down on Melody saying she should stop saying he wants me back. I've even said that. Just stop saying. But what we're able to see now is he's showing it on a regular basis. How would Sheree feel? He said she by Sheen is just as he had doubled down.
I didn't like the trying to walk her to her car scene. I felt like I just stop. That kind of bothered me because I feel like when you tell a man he needs to stop. Just stop. But I don't know. But he wanted to protect her. Okay, let's talk about Kimmy. We talk about when Maurice said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
What?
Talking about Martell. He said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You know that was from the Bible. He was quoting James. And I was like, true, because
it fits him. It fits him.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. So
we haven't seen much of Martell though. That little party, we haven't seen a lot of him this season.
We haven't.
We haven't seen a lot of Marcel and them either. And Marcel went live one day saying, "Yeah, coach, come on, put us in. So maybe there'll be more as the season goes on. But
so, what do y'all think about Chris Fletcher's conversation with Nell, his wife, and Martell about just everything? Because I feel like they would be, if they were on the show, they could kind of be the voice of reason to people.
Why? Why would you think that?
Why would you think that? Because when he said it's been 20 babysitters, she was like,
I don't know.
Okay.
But then she did go and talk to Mel, and Mel was like, come on.
But the number okay, so the lawyer was $20,000 for 10 minutes, for 10 whatever, 20 babysitters. Marceau had 20 women. What is this 20 number?
20. It's a 20 thing.
What? I don't get it. But she didn't even believe that. What do y'all think about Tish not knowing the cutie at the bar? Like if she
Marcel, she puts up with so much from Marcel. What is going on with that? But the guy at the bar was cute though. Did y'all get a close up?
I said the cutie at the bar, and then she didn't know about the man moving in her office. Cool.
Like, yeah, I mean, because Marcel was just continuing to disrespect her, but that's not new. Yet she puts up with it.
I don't know how y'all watch reality TV. When I watch it, when I heard that, I said, "Oh, she's just in the office for show."
Angela took a pee break, right?
Not really in the office.
But if
and so
you think that but Joy, but think about it. The season before, Tish had she made all the contacts. She was the boss. She ran this thing.
I mean, she is the majority. I mean, there's certain things that's fact. She does have majority ownership, and she's always had it. This wasn't anything new, because if you go back to that argument that they had first season, there was an argument about Marceau and Maurice not going on the loan, and that was because Kimmy was the owner of that business and Tisha was the owner of Scope. That was clear. That was 100% undisputable. That wasn't the issue. That's not the issue. But I think he had a point. I just don't see it insulting. There are a whole lot of people. You may be owner, but it's no different than when Martell. Melanie did a whole lot of paperwork, but there's no way you're gonna convince me she done built a house. She had the license. She was the brain. She made sure that people were where they were supposed to be.
Either. You think he was out there building the house?
I don't know why you all see this as negative, though.
I think is.
Oh my God.
I think he was a contract manager.
I don't see this. This is a family business. This is not a Fortune 500 company. There is no way that if I am the head of my company and my organization, that's why these people in freaking jail, because they not paying attention, that you ain't going to tell me when you hire and fire people and they going to take my office. Even as the man who lay beside me in the bed, you gonna tell me what's going on, even if we ain't in the same business together, because the husbands and wives talk.
I mean, I agree that Marcel should have told her that. I don't think that's the issue, but I wouldn't, if I'm not running a business and I'm doing something different and I got the license and my husband is running the business, I don't care about the small things. I would care if you took away my desk, but if you ain't using the desk and somebody that moved in and put a thing on the wall, I bet you didn't do that in a day. Tisha probably ain't been in that office in weeks.
Tisha, he wouldn't even let her hang her degree on the wall.
Yeah. And she ended up having to drive to a different location to meet with Kimmy because her so-called office space had been taken.
To me, maybe I don't know, because I feel like it's not Amazon. It's not a Fortune 500 company with a whole bunch of employees, and you have levels of people.
I don't think she works there. That's the thing. I don't think she really does anything to do with Scope.
But that's the last season they act like she did everything.
I think that's what they did. I think she was just in
the office.
I never thought that she did everything. I always thought Marceau was doing the contracts. Marceau was doing the contracts. She ain't even got no say even over her own house. If that's the case, I don't think she even her specialty and what she's doing with realty is totally different from building.
They just got this realty business, Joy. This has
but she had her realty license a couple of years ago.
They just got this business. She just now started advertising and buying.
Even the job that she got first season when she got that contract for Marceau that they never hotel. I don't think they ever built because of COVID. That was something totally different. She was already in another area. Okay, she was in brokerage. Okay. It's not the same. I think building something, she would then sell it.
Yeah, but
she would be the person that would then try to sell it. But I just think that they're two different areas.
It don't matter. They're still in the same under the same umbrella. You still got to communicate.
She was doing something different than what Marceau was doing.
What difference does that make, though? I don't.
That's your husband.
Here's the thing, though. She's also had a husband.
But you don't have no business with your husband. If you had a freaking business that you majority on with your husband, you gonna tell me you're not gonna know the T's and the dots and the Q's and the I's.
So, but that's it right there.
What kind of woman? No.
It's the word husband. She's also had a husband for 16 or 17 years, but she is really still his daughter and not his wife. That's the way he treats her.
I was very upset with Marceau. And
that's definitely the way. Disrespectful.
And even if it was like that, you ain't gonna disrespect me on camera.
Right.
On camera, we supposed
to be gang gang. You're supposed to
that. You supposed to fake it. Y'all wanted people to cover. He sure ain't covering her.
And I think he tried to change it to make it look like he was now gonna respect her more, and he put her name publicly somewhere. He don't mean any of that. It was just for us to see, to make it look like he's doing something different. And he's not. But okay.
I think it's different strokes for different folks. Y'all accept stuff from certain people and not others. And I don't understand it. Because even Courtney, when he met with him, he was like, me and my wife, we in this together. That man who he's working with now, who he removed all her stuff.
Also, when they're working at the same company, was doing something different.
Let me finish. That man who next week when they talking, he talked to that man who took her office. He said, me and my wife will still be together if I would have included her in our business.
Yes.
He told him the same thing.
Right.
Marceau has a problem with women working with him. And he lets it be known to everybody on that show, and he disrespects his wife.
So,
and it's wrong.
They clearly had a conversation at home because she's been getting embarrassed on TV, and Marceau probably said a lot of the right things to make it look like he was going to change. And she should have known he wasn't going to change nothing.
Because he even let her meet with Martell, talking about, you got to meet with her because she runs this business.
And so what do you do about that? Because he clearly is not going to let her run anything. So as a wife, what do you do about that?
That was all a facade when she met Martell. To make it seem like she had so much to do and so much. No, she has no say so. And it's crazy. Anyway.
At all.
Where am I at now? I got Tisha's a hot mess. I was very upset with her. What do y'all think about Marceau and his dad's conversation?
Ain't that cute? He said, I'm proud of you, son. I thought that was cute. Why does Marceau look older than his dad?
I don't know. I said his daddy looked younger than him.
But one of them boys, I don't know which one it is. I think it might be Mark Jr. He might look just like his dad.
Well, that's a good thing.
One of them looks just like his father.
Please, my teeth, I didn't say that. I'm done having kids, but my daughter might have them. Okay.
Did y'all where was the conversation at when Marceau brought up the cousin who he had, Tisha's cousin, that he was the father of the cousin's baby? Where was that conversation at? Y'all remember that?
It was in the show?
That's what I'm trying. Or was it on his live? And then Tisha said, oh, quit joking.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was in one of his lives if it wasn't on the show. Because it was like last week he said that.
Red person. Who looks like a Mucinex germ? Hold on. Help me out, Red. Who are you talking about?
Marceau.
Okay. Oh, another thing when his dad said, "Son, I want you to make a life."
She was a broker too. She had her realty license, or she was a broker. Remember in the first season, she got that job.
Yeah.
And that job,
it was a front.
Whatever that job was.
Did she sell
there was some kind of hotel deal or whatever. Yeah. All I'm saying is she had another license. It wasn't just the realty. She got a degree, which I had never even heard of.
Yeah, we
did.
So
would y'all, being her cousin, would you guys have left your?
I would not have
to go and work for Tisha.
No. And what's so crazy is I didn't like this either. And I didn't want, because she said the only way I'm going to meet with Kiki is if you agree to come work with me. First of all, don't put the ultimatum on somebody in your family.
Right. And then she said yes so easily. I'm thinking.
But I wonder if she the one, what was her job? She was trying to do something.
She does a lot of high-end real estate, and she does a lot of digital marketing.
Because I was wondering, that's what I thought it was, digital marketing. Was she the one that did her latest little commercial?
It's horrible.
Because that commercial that she did, they spelled, instead of spelling realty, they spelled reality.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying, in life,
that's a mess.
Sometimes you really do have to get outside of your family.
Yes.
Once you're trying to elevate it, like real talk, all BS aside, because your family always gonna want to hook up. You always gonna want to give them a hookup. When you're dealing with, and you're trying to elevate yourself to the next level, if your family just happen to be the baddest so-and-so, that baddest so-and-so, you either have to pay them like they the baddest so-and-so, and you expect results like they the baddest. This was a really bad representation of what Tisha's trying to do.
I don't think that was her cousin.
So bad for her.
I don't think it was her cousin, because her cousin worked for someone who was probably higher up than Tisha them, and she had been doing their digital marketing, and nothing has happened like that. So,
you mean you don't think that mistake was her cousin?
I don't think that was her cousin. I think that was Tisha.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Did she change it? Did she change it?
She's not Melnica. I'm gonna say that, and I like
Why do you think Melnica left?
Because she was messing up too much.
Yeah, you shouldn't make that many mistakes.
Yeah,
you're trying to.
Oh, I thought she left because of
trying to boss up.
With her and Martell.
Everything she did for him was misspelled or had the wrong wording.
And it was too many mistakes. It was too many digital mistakes.
Even
for them, you don't want to give the people a reason to laugh at you.
So
and you got people that aren't rooting for.
It's already easy to laugh at him too, so we don't need no extra.
But even like his speech, she should have made sure he was prepared in that speech.
Right.
Like she did a lot for her to be a professional, which I think she was. She might just been like Joy said, when you become friends with somebody, you don't give them your all. She didn't do what she would
might have just been a party planner.
And sometimes we be trying to shortchange him. I know we be like, we know them white folks charge you X, Y, and Z, but I'm your cousin.
Right.
So
I need your family.
You have your worth, but I want you to give your all. Y'all know how people are.
I do.
Sometimes. And so I don't know that these are the cases. I'm just guessing. I'm just saying when you're these people at this point, I was actually sad for Tisha, because at this point she's really trying to change the direction of, or try to use this platform like for real.
But who wrote that script? Because it had too many P's and too many S's, and she don't say those words good. And I'm not being funny, but as a person who writes a script, I wouldn't have wrote that for her.
She's not the most articulate person. And
so they shouldn't have done, it was like a whole bunch of alliteration with a whole bunch of P's, and that's not for her. So they should have had a very simple script, because I've had to write scripts for mayors in my job. You have to go to what they're good at. And all of them are different. Tish needs somebody who can go to her attributes and not what they think's best for her.
I agree.
Yeah. And so I thought,
I told you I was sad I felt sad for her.
Me too.
Like, because I know that this is a big deal for her, and you should use this platform. All of them should uses their platform to walk away and be in a healthier situation than what they started with.
And
That
after
would be
I saw it, I was like, dang it, because I wanted to tell her, but I went to the comments. I even told Callie, I said, but I went to the comments and they were already dogging her. Because I was going to tell her, you have the wrong word.
She redid it though.
Yeah.
She did redo it.
She did redo it.
So what do y'all think about Stormy being on the show full time?
I thought I have to see how they're going to represent her. She's now taking this ghetto thing to another level by talking about having ghetto conventions and stuff. Yes. You know, I was hoping to see more of. You didn't see that?
And her husband with his pants down to his butt, and
I mean, I wish that they had started off again telling her story, and I don't know if they did. I think she's told her story in pieces. Did she tell? See, I don't even know if they told it or if I just know her story because I watch her TikTok or her her commercials.
I don't think she's a good fit either, Angela. I'm just not.
You don't think? I think she is a good.
She could be,
but she could be because she really is what that city represents.
Yeah. Well, Carlos did say that she is the future of the show.
Yes, Stormy.
He also told Melody that Melody is the top dog until she doesn't want to be. So I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I mean, just because Stormy's the future doesn't mean she'd be the top dog.
I mean,
she just would be the direction they want to take.
Stormy's story a little bit. And I don't know if I don't know if the show has even said this, but Stormy was a straight up, she was a hood chick. She was a hairdresser. Her mama built her, or she bought.
And guess whose hair she used to do?
She had a shed that they put in the backyard, and that was her beauty shop. It was a small. I know y'all see it.
Yeah, we read the story. She made the ingredients,
and she was making the ingredients. She said it was a $900 investment.
Yeah, I remember.
It turned into a conglomerate. Before the show, I used to watch her reels. They were inspiring to me because I make a natural lotion.
Okay, so
it was inspiring to me.
But we didn't know her though. We just knew her product.
Yeah,
and I didn't like
her story. And her story. So I didn't even recognize that was her until when you all mentioned it. And I had seen several of her commercials. I was like, oh, I watch her on Facebook because she has the funniest commercials.
She's good. Like, she's very creative.
She used the scene from Friday.
Yeah.
Remember when crackhead Felicia came around and asked for the VCR? So instead of asking for a VCR, she asked for her serum.
Her serum.
The hair oil that she had. And
I kind of reimagined that scene in my mind. I thought
she did a good job.
It was
good. She got her butt and everything like Felicia. Girl, I was cracking up.
But what do you think about her mom? We don't really know what all her mom's gonna do.
I kind of got a feeling we do.
I mean, but we don't know. But we kind of know.
Replaced Wanda. That's all I can say.
Oh, what?
I didn't get nothing out of them.
I said, when I saw that scene, I said they didn't replace Wanda.
I hate that.
And Carlos spoke to that. I guess that got back to
what
him.
did he say?
He said no. He said no, they are not a replacement of Wanda. And no, he said that's just not true. He didn't go into this.
Let me ask y'all something.
To bring her
up, girl. Let me
move in a little bit. Let me
move in, please.
Who is Tiffany sleeping with to keep getting on this show?
Was she pregnant by somebody?
Somebody. Because this girl.
Because she does cheat, so I don't know.
Like, what's wrong? Nah, she ain't cheated on nobody. Let me be clear.
Let
me be clear. She's not really sleeping with I'm just trying to figure out. Let me say that.
Who desk is she under? Who desk is she
because
under?
I don't even know how she got on TV.
She's a bully. She invited me to a group to get me together. And before I could respond, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's Stormy's mama. Wait
a minute. Mama. Betty invited you to the group or Stormy? Because we want to make sure that people separate them, even though they mother and daughter.
They fight they go at each other the same.
Because people are hating Stormy because of her mother.
Yeah.
Well, people were hating Stormy before her mother.
Oh.
And they switched real quick. Y'all know that all those people then
right.
go to her
was that? I don't
comment
believe anything Carlos
section.
says. Yeah.
Yeah, they talking about her mom.
So her mom invited you to a group to be mean to you. How old is her mama? Because my mama don't have time for this. So
I don't know how she is.
Have time for this.
She looks like she's probably 60 or close to or something.
I have no idea.
Well, do you think that these people who like Betty and Wanda, why do they do this to their grown kids? Like, is this normal for mothers to do?
I don't know if it's normal. Did Candace mama ever? No,
she just went off on Candace. She never
went off
on the girls. She even gossiped about her daughter to the other girls, which I didn't like. But she never attacked any of the other girls. What would make a mother do this? Is it because they want to be on TV? What do y'all think the reason is?
She was going at Melody, we know now, before they were on the show. So she was probably just watching stuff out like a regular fan might do, and had made her comments about Melody. And then when they got on the show, people, they like to go back, revisionist historian, and pull up all the stuff that Betty said before Betty was even on the show.
Yeah,
on TV, a paycheck. She wants to be on TV, a paycheck.
Yeah. So how close were Coleslaw and Stormy really? Because it sounds like
in an interview she did. I'm gonna tell you what she told me.
Tell me what she said. I hadn't watched any
interview. In an interview, I don't know if it was an interview. See, I be watching these things. I don't even know where I get this from. But I'm visually seeing her thoughts.
So Stormy said this though.
This is what Stormy actually said. Boy. She said that she kind of knew Ariane. This is how she knew her. One of her employees that worked in her warehouse was friends with her. Okay. And Ariane come up there to either pick this person up or something like that. So she kind of got to know her like that. But that was the extent of it. It was do her job.
Oh, so it's not like she was like her friend.
No, I kind of get the impression that she came up to the shop maybe to pick up her friend, and maybe she came in and they start talking or something. You never get the impression like they never met. I ain't gonna say every, but the conversation she had was related to somebody who works for her.
So they didn't go to the club together, the movie together, out to eat together, or
no.
Okay.
No.
So why do people think they were friends? Can somebody help me with that?
Somebody did say that, because this even could be that I read it in a post.
He spoke about it too.
They were accusing them of being friends way back.
Well, I know that they're friends on Instagram, but that don't mean that you're friends.
Right.
But I know
that people talked about that too.
Yeah, that don't mean you're friends.
In the groups, I'm saying. When I'm saying
okay.
I'm talking about Facebook groups. This was actually a discussion maybe about 6 months ago. It could have even still been warm, because you knew something was coming down the pipe, because Stormy was Mel's friend. It was so weird, because maybe it was in a hiatus or something, because you didn't understand. You're watching good friends even on TV, but people are kind of insinuating that Stormy turns against her. And it could have been when this summer, when all of them were doing those TikToks. Matter of fact, it was. That's what triggered the conversations, because she was hanging out with Destiny.
Do you think Stormy took Destiny's job?
Would
you still be her friend if she took your job?
You kind of get the impression that Destiny acted her way out of a job.
She did.
Like, I mean, somebody who was that? Carlos actually said that was the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen on reality TV.
Yeah,
as if it's supposed to be professional. That she treats production bad
and do it for the
cam and not for the worst reputation you can ever have.
As a reality
personality.
How is she treating production bad? I don't know.
They said that she was so difficult to
work with, and not talking to them crazy, almost acting like they're your slave. I can see that. I mean, just think about the fifth wall that we've seen breaking. Like with Nene, the whole thing about pushing Portia, and people rushing in, and Nene screaming, get out of here. And, you know, I
Yeah.
can see it very easily where people can
You
be
cannot be
short with
smart.
production. And let's be honest, they're intrusive. They
I
want
wouldn't
to
tired
show.
of them in my house.
They want to
Yeah.
show the worst of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want to do. Nene says you can shoot, but not the closet.
That's
all she said. That's all she said.
That's all she
But
said.
Destiny was a little negative Nancy towards the end, though. But I mean,
Did
she was
y'all look
going
at that
through a lot.
TikTok video I
Always
posted
negative Nancy.
with
But she
Melody
was going through a
shading
lot,
her?
though. When your husband leave you while you just had a baby, that's
Even
hard.
when they were together and they were or having these arguments at the tables, to me as a couple, I thought something was off with her.
Yeah.
Like it was some conversations. Then you'd be like, why did they get a divorce? Because how she was handling my father's last name to me with him was ugly.
Okay, so here's another. Okay, go ahead.
Ugly.
Another thing that I read, and I can't remember where, was okay. So Mel called Kimmy to take her for a massage, right? And Tish just happened to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think that was an authentic scene or production wise?
Production.
Probably.
Whether she knew production was going to be there.
Good eye.
Not.
So,
Yeah, I think.
Good eye. Wait a minute.
So her idea.
No, that's that's a good eye. You know, that's my kind of eye. I like that kind of thought.
Right.
Did y'all see the video I posted of Melody shading Destiny?
No.
Y'all didn't see that? I'm gonna see if I can play it real quick.
I hadn't watched anything. I've just been so awful. So do you think Tish stole her idea, or was this to make
no? But I do think maybe production said you should
look, y'all. Look at this.
Invite her. That's a good eye.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the other thing too. You know, it'd be a real relationship. I'm not interested in any shape, form, or fashion interested in just doing something. What?
That was about Martell and Sheree. That was not about Destiny.
No, it isn't. No, it's about Destiny. Remember, Destiny was trying to stay on the show with her love. It was about Destiny.
I think she's saying that Martell and Sheree. See, I think it's totally different.
Well, no.
Martell and Sheree are doing this for not real.
That got them off the show. That's what I took. You think it was about Sheree?
She said they got them off the show? Or
no, I think it was, Destiny having a man that come on the show. And yes, I have a man. Yes, I love him. As if that would have helped her stay on longer. Oh. So when I heard Melody say that, when I thought, God, did she just shade Destiny?
I took it as her saying Martell and Sheree went real.
But she wasn't, neither one of them was off the show, though.
Yeah, so I think it was. I think it was Martell and Sheree.
That's a fresh interview. She just did that.
She did that with Carla. Okay.
Yeah.
Why am I back on? Oh, I got what's a tequila bottle behind Tish. Y'all gotta look for that.
I gotta look for how am I missing this stuff?
So when Kimmy went to see Tish at the little coffee shop since she ain't got no office no more, did she have on that little tiger outfit that Mel has, or is that something totally different?
I didn't notice the outfits. No.
You don't look at the clothes.
You know,
I do look at the clothes if they catch my attention. Her stuff usually
in these groups, these mellow.
What they say?
They did it side by side, of course.
Did they?
Yes, the same. Right. Say the way that the picture was set up, it was like from the side, so you couldn't tell. It's so detailed right here. Yeah, so you couldn't tell if it was the same.
I think it's the same outfit. I think it's one of the ones that Jamel sells. Yes. Which I would have y'all. I wouldn't be like Sheree. I would be wearing Sheree everywhere I go. Mel makes sure that her stuff gets out there.
Who do you think had on the same outfit?
I think Kimmy had on one of the outfits Mel sells for that Jay Bolin guy.
It's possible.
I think I would have noticed that.
Yeah, they were. People did it side by side. You can't see it from the front. Yeah, you always notice fashion. You be like, she had on that chiffon. You didn't see that? Be like, no.
I do. I noticed the fashion, Tony.
And look, we all have different brains. Because how you see things, I be looking for what they don't say. I be looking for a psychological version of that. Callie, she picks up what people are saying. We just kind of interpret all of it different.
She does it emotionally from them.
Yeah,
you are. Yeah. You feel how they feel, like you do, and we need that. We need an empath because me and Joy don't have feelings. Okay,
That's a cute. I agree.
We do not have feelings. So I have to tell y'all about my daughter and me and how I was like, I have to do better. I have to be a nurturer. Anyway,
I have a lot of feelings. I'm always crying.
Do you?
Girl, I'm a sucker for a happy ending.
I don't believe
I'm sure you are, Joy. Do you
Do
you get your happy ending from the masseuse, Joy? Let us know.
No. I mean like a love story. I love love stories. I love happy. I mean, I cry at commercials. Some commercials be touching. I'm always crying.
Okay, she's a little more sensitive than you, Callie.
You never cried over Martell, have you? Because you've gone
yes
with him.
I'm not Carlos
King. Martell.
Look, I am not Carlos King.
Okay, stop.
Why are you doing this, Martell? I don't understand.
Okay. And just like my brain, when y'all be like, I love Martell, I see him. I just understand him. I know. I understand his thought process.
George. Okay.
So, all right. So what else we got? I'm almost done, I think. Okay. What do you think about when Tisha's son said, "I wouldn't let my spouse talk to me like that"? Was he joking or serious?
I hope he was serious.
I think he was too. And
he's so proper. He talks so proper. I'm so glad.
You hope he was serious?
I hope he wasn't. I hate that he was, but I think he was.
Who, the son?
The son.
I do hope he was serious. He should have let him talk to his wife like that. He should have said that. And
maybe I missed
it could have been considered disrespectful, but have a real conversation. His daddy needs to hear that. Your son got a better thought process than you do.
It's so true.
I'm like, you want to quote Bibles. Isn't it something about the babies teaching them?
The babies learning about the babes. Yes, ma'am.
Like, it's truth in that.
Yeah, when was the lunch? Was that this episode with the J Bolin outfit? You thinking?
It was when she met Tish at the coffee shop because she don't got no office no more.
Was that this episode or last week?
Yeah, last episode.
Yeah, it was just this. Yeah,
the one that just came on.
Okay.
So do you think
that's not the same outfit?
Oh, it's not.
No. No.
I have to.
You had to do a side by side. See, I'm gonna start. I'll upload those pictures. I didn't upload it because to me, I'd be like, y'all so bad.
But it's close.
That's right there.
You know how I would have to make an impression on me to even remember.
No,
yeah, you saying it look cheap.
Yeah. Oh, it was a side. It just didn't look like it's not ugly. I didn't say that.
So I forgot. Okay, so another thing people were saying was that,
but that's not J Bolin, because the J Bolin outfit that looks like that, it's a suit jacket.
Is that not a suit jacket?
No, this is just
it looks like a Pevlon shirt. A Pevlon.
A peplum.
A peplum.
Yeah. Okay. So that's not the same.
That's what I thought it was.
It's a peplum is not the same.
And it was really like just a tiger print because it was that brownish with like some dots.
Yeah, not at all.
Oh, okay.
A beagle, looking like a beagle.
And it has a belt around the waist. No, that's.
I was hoping she was promoting Mel. Okay. No. So next thing. So people were saying, because Mel invited Kimmy to get a massage, that Tish was like, "Oh, now when I throw something from Kimmy, I'm gonna do it at a spa and make sure she get a massage." Do people really believe that Tish is trying to be Mel? Like, do y'all think that she is?
Yes.
Or was it just a coinkydink?
Girl, they're mellow.
It's a copycat inkydink.
Or crazy. Somebody had posted.
This woman supports Martell to the heel and back, and we crazy.
Somebody had posted the thing they were talking about Tisha and her little commercial, and I had made the comment like, now this is about Tisha and the commercial. Right. And I wrote something that I already said, like sometimes you gotta hire, professionals to do professional work. I'm really rooting for her. And then a person underneath me wrote some about Mel, and she trying to copy Mel, and I was like, girl, what does this have to do with Mel?
How was she trying to copy Mel in the commercial?
Wait a minute. Then she was like, why you don't want me to talk about Mel? Because you don't like it. I was like, because we ain't talking about Mel. Like, these mellow meters are insane.
Well, why would they say that under that post? That doesn't make sense.
It was so weird. Like they are, I mean, they're obsessed with linking anything Tisha does to Melanie in a negative way. Like if Tisha,
I don't know that they're making it up.
They were literally talking about wigs. Like she trying to wear the same.
She does steal Mel's wigs.
2 wigs. They were like,
she does,
you know what I wrote? I said they came out of the same trash bag from Willie. From
yeah, in the car, in the back of the car.
Mel grabbed the brown one and Tisha grabbed the red one. Like, for real, who cares?
But Tish does copy Mel's hair a lot. I will say that.
How?
She does. And it's fine because if I see a hairstyle I like and y'all got it, I'm gonna use it. Okay. And it's just because I like it. But Tish makes it easy though, Joy, because some of the things she will do mimic Mel. And I don't know if she does it on purpose or not, but they do. And I mean, it happens. But I don't think people should fault her for it, because if this is working for her and she's successful, I want to be successful too. Shoot. I ain't studying y'all. If I could open a Chick-fil-A and then there's a Chick-fil-A beside me, we gonna do it. Like McDowell's and McDonald's. You don't have to. If it's good, do it. I think that's all I had. We talked about we talked about Tiffany and what they said. What about the puppets? Oh, I wish I had a sock. Shit.
Oh my God.
I mean, nobody can say it wasn't childish. I mean, it was childish. But I understand sometimes you need a little comic relief.
But that wasn't that was embarrassing.
That was hilarious. She said, well, it's kind of childlike. It is for a kid. Like if you're a kid, then yeah, I'll do a puppet show. That was kind of childish for me too. But other than that, I think that's
it was funny.
It was hilarious.
And it'll be, if somebody says season 5,
y'all thought it was funny for
that
real?
would be one of the first things you would remember.
Oh, I laughed. And I laughed so hard.
That's probably the only thing that you probably laughed at that
was. That's why I remember.
3-part episode.
That's why I remembered it. Right. Another thing when Marceau's daddy said, I want you to make a life or live and not just work and spend time with your family. And I was like, and take them to Africa next time you go. That was in my notes.
That part.
So Marceau
went to
hopefully they'll have phone service
inside of the moon.
Not inside, on top.
Inside, not on. Inside.
Okay, I think that was all. Y'all have anything else? I'm looking just to make sure so we can get off of here. I just said Tiffany pregnant self is causing problems.
She a mellometer. Y'all are nuts.
I'm a mellometer. I ain't nuts.
Like, it's weird.
Well, her brother said it's a melometer. I said, which one is it? Is it a mellometer or a melometer?
Wait a minute. So what do y'all think about Marceau's nickname? The Mars Soldiers. The Mars Soldiers.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, and then Tisha's was
they named their own. Tisha's is the T Squad. Like people don't name it for them.
T Squad and Mars Soldiers. Child. That's what Marceau said the last time I saw his live.
So they just making their own fan names.
I think the T one, Carlos gave that to her and she was using it. As I understand.
The T Squad.
Yeah, but the Mars Soldiers came from Marceau.
Well, I told what's your cousin's name, Joy? Sharita. Mm-hmm. She said, I think I might be a member of the T Squad. I said, well, baby, you need to recruit because it ain't that many.
I like Tisha. I didn't like her at all.
Are you a member of the T Squad? You can like somebody and not be a member of the T Squad.
I like Tisha. I mean, I don't have no problem with it. I try to go into each season new because I forget so many details until something else remind me. Oh, yeah. But nobody has done anything crazy to me, but really Kiki and Tiffany. I mean,
yeah. So for now, nobody's done anything off or off-putting, no shade throwing. You know what I'm saying? It looks like it's and Betty.
Well, I'm of the original.
Yeah, of the originals. Okay.
Yeah, that it seemed like they decided to turn a new leaf. Look, Tisha's able. She has the privilege, I guess, to call Melanie Right.
privilege, right?
Let them tell it. The privilege
The privilege for
to
the
invite
queen.
her to something. And so
Mm-mm-mm.
I hope that they're trying to at least get out of this hate mode, like you my ops type of narrative.
I think they
Like,
are.
because
Because Kimmy, Mel, and Tish are gonna meet up on the next episode and try to come to an agreement.
Well, I mean, the next episode is when Stormy and Kiki is going to have it out too, right?
I think so, maybe.
Are they gonna? Where are they having it out at the
spa?
Oh,
I
okay.
think
So it
so.
probably would be.
And then they're having a Black Business Expo, but the only people on the flyer is Marceau and Tish.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
Kimmy ain't
heard
gonna like
Kimmy say all of it is there. It just looked like it's just y'all.
Yeah, and that's all I got. We did good, y'all.
I wonder. I wonder. This just me foreshadowing my mind. I hope Marceau doesn't do what he accused somebody else of doing, and
What?
that is securing something for the expo under his name. And because it's under his name and not the group's, because they've actually dissolved
the comeback group.
The comeback group.
Yeah.
Can't y'all see that as an
issue?
That's just me guessing.
But they want to be successful too, and I do feel like, and I like everybody on the show, but I do feel like that Mel, and I like Mel, but people put her up here, and then the other people are fighting for just a chance. And
well, Carlos had to go to town to get them all in check.
Yeah, so
better
because I want them all to make. I want us to make it. You know what I mean? I don't want so. And I feel like that they're going to have to stop hating some of them so much. Because even Stormy right now, people are like not buying her products and doing negative review and stuff just because of the show. And I don't feel like it should go that far.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, it's just like you said, you want to come out. I don't know who that was. That was Nene. I like it that she, eventually we gonna walk away from this show.
Yeah.
Like, and when you walk away, you want to walk away better for it, not a consequence because of it.
And and Joy, I still can't believe that you act like Kenya Moore is not good enough for Martell, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. All right.
Thank you.
Chat her up. This is our QR code. Find everything. Chat her up. I loaded a few things on Spotify. I'm gonna load this one up probably tomorrow. So y'all start listening. We have a lot of listeners. The Married to Medicine one has the most listeners. It's like 300 people. The other ones have about 100 to 200. So we're getting some good listens on our Spotify, but we could use more. So y'all listen to our podcast. If you don't want to watch it on here, you can watch us on Spotify. Our picture, the whole video and everything's on there. So anything else, ladies?
No.
I need to watch us on Spotify.
You gotta watch us. You can see us.
I love a good podcast.
Yeah, watch us on Spotify.
I love a good podcast.
Did you said we already have the access and all that?
I'll send you another link if y'all need it, but it's on our LinkedIn. So you can't say you don't have it. Let me see somebody saying something. I'm a millimeter. We're not upset. We're observant.
Thank you. Right.
Y'all are both. Y'all are fervently obsessed with that girl. Because this is the part of the millimeters that frustrates me.
Oh God.
They only want Melanie to win.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
That's not true. Melanie to win.
Some of them do.
That's
not
like,
y'all.
That's not true. Joy,
and anything.
Who doesn't want Kimmy to win? Come on, that's not true.
Oh well, yeah, we want Kimmy to win. We need to talk about her breast cancer.
Kimmy ain't out there promoting nothing. Like I said, if
she is out there promoting something.
Let me tell you something. If Kimmy had one comment against Melanie, she would turn into they would be looking up her nursing license, any complaints she
done it. They fought before.
They would.
Joy, you
them people are insane.
Get it out.
Some of them are, but some of the people who don't like Mel are insane too. I don't know what they thought.
Joy, no, that's what she wants.
Not a hater.
Joy, you a hater. Tish acts like a child. She does, and I think
she does.
I don't know who raised her. I heard it wasn't Wanda, but allegedly, if it was her grandmama, that her grandmama spoiled her, which mine spoiled me too, but she's a little childish. Anyway, I think that's it. We did good. I don't know when we'll be back. What are we coming back for? I like to tell the people. What are we coming back? What are we doing?
I guess. Well, when
is Atlanta?
The 2-week thing is not healthy. Okay.
Yeah, we got to start doing it more.
Yeah.
I do have another conference in May, but I'll make it work. But I'll be in Minnesota for that one. Child, me and Prince. But anyway, when are we going live again, y'all? Let's set a date.
Well, next Monday.
Next month, I can do next Monday. Okay,
because
y'all.
That'll be Saturday, Sunday, or what show?
That'll be only thing we're gonna have is Huntsville, right?
Well, that's fine. That means we'll be out the phone quicker.
Yeah, and then Atlanta will come after that.
If how much Martell is on the episode, I guess.
Yeah.
Ciao.
And then if we do the Jersey reunion, when is that coming out? Can y'all let me know? Does anybody know?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't know. We haven't even gotten to the wedding yet.
I heard that Andy went off on Teresa though.
It's amazing what the media puts out there, because I noticed it too. When you watch the interview that Andy actually did, he said he went off on both Teresa and Melissa.
You talking about Bravo?
Yeah, I heard about Melissa.
And Andy said in the same interview, he said, I really did hit at Teresa though, and I had to apologize to her about it. Yeah, but you only are getting.
What did he hit at her about? I can't wait to see it.
He didn't say.
They didn't say. But he when they said people said he had Robin, he went on Bravo Andy and said that's not true. I didn't do that. So he clears up some stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he said that.
He said it on. Yeah, she said I didn't fire her.
Why do people be getting these stories?
Media takeout. Allegedly.
Okay. Poor media.
We shouldn't believe that when we heard it.
Quick too. Media takeout.
Yeah, but if Jersey gets better, we will do Jersey. But Joy gonna have to
like Jersey. Jersey was real good this last week.
Well, no,
but it's just I think people are frustrated with Jersey because we've been watching this family fight for a decade.
I can't do it.
And it's so silly because essentially they're fighting over a slot in being Teresa's wedding. And it's only Melissa, because Joe was always going to walk her down.
Yeah, he was always going to be.
She said in this last episode that she wanted the boys and the girls to be in the wedding. She was like, everything would be complete.
Her kids?
And she specifically named his to kids, and she said, and we'll all be there, and it'll be perfect and complete. And then somebody said, are you asking all of them to be in the wedding? And it's like Teresa froze. It's like
all the Melissa's kids?
Yeah, she wants Melissa's kids in there. She wants everybody to represent her in the family but Melissa. That's what it feels.
No, she did not.
She did not say that. But
I thought that's what you okay.
Wait a minute, but that is what she meant. But she did not say that. Let me be clear. She was like a deer in headlights. So she was like, because she wants those children in there. Joe was gonna walk her down, and I see the cruelness in it at this point, but I'm still Team Teresa because
me too
does not like her, and I would never at 50 years old, and I'm on my second marriage. Do you really think I would give a care about my sister-in-law? About standing beside me at a wedding? You worried about that kind of stuff when you're 25 and get married and your mom and daddy around to tell you you gotta have your little hate
for the wedding
because that's your uncle's only daughter, that's your only girl cousin. You do that when you're 20. You don't do that when you're 49, 50 years old. And Melissa has been a thorn in her side for a decade. As a woman, I wouldn't even want to be in her wedding.
I have one more thing I want to talk about before we get off, y'all.
Okay.
What do you think about Erica Jane's residency in Vegas? How'd she get that?
Go.
Do you think it's true that she invited Candy and
Candace? Maybe she
would be interesting, but y'all looked up the tickets.
They're hot, like 500.
Yeah, they're like $500 some.
I'm like, girl, you is not Usher, okay? You is not Usher.
How much are Usher?
Not even $500.
Right, Beyonce wasn't even that because I paid that for 2.
Well, no, Beyonce's were that.
Not, and I'm in a good section. That's in y'all city. Nashville, it wasn't that high.
But
it does make a difference in
Yeah.
what season.
yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How much you said you got them for $250?
I paid
In
$500
Nashville?
tickets.
It's it do all in the South, except Atlanta. Because when
Yeah.
I was young, I used to go to concerts. Now we talking about when in the 90s for like $20. When I moved to St. Louis in the 90s, concerts was like $65, $70. I didn't understand why the same tour. I didn't like you could in St. Louis you paying $150 for a ticket, but in Nashville you pay $72.50.
Yeah, you pay more. Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's like insane to me.
But people are reselling them. Like if I went to resell my tickets, I could make a whole bunch of money, y'all. But I'm not gonna do it. But anyway, Tisha and the T Squad.
I can't in my heart imagine having enough money to spend $250.
Oh my goodness.
For anybody.
That's not a lot of money.
But
Not
Michael Jackson and maybe Whitney Houston. Maybe. And both of them was gone.
Inflation is different.
Yeah, it ain't enough. I just don't think I ever had that kind of money.
Michelle came here at the winery and she was like $90.
I like Chrisette.
When was
I'm
that?
not paying $90 for it at the city
Couple of
winery.
Forevers is one of my favorite songs.
I love Chrisette.
I would go.
Blame It On Me is my song. Say
a
it's
little
my
bit.
fault.
Just hear her sing that song. Couple of Forevers.
I've seen her in concert at least 4 times because she used to come out all the time.
Did
Even
you like
John
her?
Legend
Did
came
you
with
like
her.
her
She was
on
talking about how
R&B
he
Divas?
Love Is You. He helped
Did
her.
you like her on R&B Divas?
I don't remember.
No, I did not
She was
like
so
her.
mean.
Yeah, I did not like her.
That lady was so
She
mean
wasn't a nice person
at all.
And that actually surprised me. And her mother was a big time. Wasn't her mother is she a therapist or something? Big time therapist? Her mother is famous in her own right. I just can't remember what it is. Like I want to say her mother was like a brilliant
Chrisette.
Yeah, she wasn't a nice person.
We'd love for all them to win, but they don't have
at
the sauce.
all.
Red is on it. They don't have the sauce. Only Mel. All right, yeah, we're gonna get off here, but I gotta tell y'all something before we get off. It's a silly story of mine. Okay, y'all.
Here it is. Look,
I would love for
all of them to win.
They don't have
they all have the sauce.
Well, they don't. Tish don't have the sauce. She trying to get it, but she ain't got it.
That's a weird thought to me. That's a weird thought process.
She don't have it. Joy, everybody don't have it. It's okay. Everybody can't have it.
Like, I can understand if they just like Donald Trump or something, but if you
Mel has
like
a different
general person, like you didn't see a pattern of terrible behavior. But I just don't see them.
She doesn't have the likability. She doesn't have like Giselle and Portia, like I was talking about them. Something's magnetic about them.
I really do think it is from the first season.
They don't have
where Tisha was digging into Mel's insecurity. I really think that's what it falls down to.
But and also it's easy to get mad at women when you see them acting that stupid for a man. I'm just saying. Peace out.
Well, I don't think that. I think that Tisha's first season was really, she was really digging into Mel. She was digging at the part, she was exposing something. It was terrible. Tisha handled it very, she laughed at her. That's really what it was.
She celebrated.
Tisha was laughing at Mel. Yeah. She was laughing at Mel by the things she said, by the things that she knew. And it really wasn't until Mel started to flip the switch and start doing it to her that she became woe is me victim. I like Tisha today. I guess you could call me a T Squad, but I'm not oblivious to what she did the first 2 seasons. I watched it. I did not like her. It's something about a woman like her that you don't like. This is a woman that would laugh at your family breaking apart.
Yeah.
I got why people did not like her. I get it. I just don't think they're watching her evolve.
It'll take a minute.
And it'll take a minute. That's what, because I get it. I'm not insensitive to that. But one of the things that I also am not oblivious to, that many of them are, is I also saw that when the ball was now in Melanie's hands that she gloated over knowing something and putting information out against Tisha. So Mel did what was done to her. You can call it a get back. You could call it that it was well deserved. You could call it karma. But when it all boils down, what Tisha did was terrible. I will admit it. But when the ball was in Mel's hands, she did the same terrible thing. The only difference is Tisha didn't go for the okie doke, and she's still with her husband. Now
and Mel left.
And Mel left. Now you could say it's a bad thing or great, or not.
I would leave more so.
But whatever. But she decided to keep her family intact.
And I get that.
So, I mean,
I got Tish believing that Marceau is fine and people want him. That and so she think. But anyway, let me stop.
To me, there are women out there that are gonna go after him just to set him out.
Yeah,
he's already had that experience. I don't know why that didn't go viral, but he's already had that experience. He actually had a woman that was sending him texts and talking about meeting, and she's sending him videos and stuff. And then that lady, she said they were supposed to meet, but they didn't. And allegedly, this is when he was somewhere. Yeah.
It was. All I know is I knew.
And the lady screenshot
30 minutes.
Huh?
I knew we wouldn't be able to do the show in 30
I
minutes.
know.
Yeah, we got to get off.
Wait a minute. But that lady sent those text messages out. But they never
read those text messages. Yes. I remember.
They were just thirst traps. They were thirst traps.
Yes.
And that's what they're going to do. Like, why would any guy, to me, in this would even entertain that?
He ain't smart.
If you on reality TV, even if you a guy that wanted a looky-see picture, you look at them and keep it and delete them. Delete them. I just don't understand even entertaining it. Like, I'm sure maybe they ain't coming as well as quickly as they want them or something. I don't know. Like, well, why would you entertain that? You have to really be in a bad place to do that.
I feel bad for Tish about that, but she loves him, and I hope they make it.
Yeah,
I want them to make it, but even I want him to treat her better too, though. But anyway, where my dog at? He sleep. Okay, well, we gone, y'all. We'll be back one day next week. We never pinned it down. Thank you. All right.
Hey.